picked myself up and just went to take a nice banging photo and be like, oh, everything is perfect. But you never know, maybe I may not even be having money in my account. I may not have eaten in that day. Hi beautiful people, you're welcome back again to my channel. It's your favorite person, Yabby's on. It's been quite a while you guys saw me here, but I'm back and I'm here banging like I never ever left. So today's topic is quite interesting. I just want to do a sit down video and just talk about social media, the social media trap, and why are people so defensive on social media, especially Twitter. So stick and stay and let's just get right into it. I've seen two tweets from some very influential people, Thierry Henry and Chrissy Teigen, stating they are leaving social media and leaving Twitter. And why is Twitter so toxic? I used to have a Twitter account somewhere 2012 thereabout, and I actually created the Twitter account with my Yahoo email, and I forgot the email about 3-4 years later, so I couldn't log into my Twitter account again, and I started focusing on some other apps and all of that. Then Twitter was okay, like you could just log in, read things, retweets, you know. But I noticed that in recent times, Twitter has really changed so much. And I feel like Twitter is full of angry people. And I'm not the only one who shares these sentiments. Like Twitter is full of angry people or by force woke people who always think they have something wise to say about the situation, and then they end up sounding very silly. You can just type, I like water. People are going to come. So what are you trying to say about pineapple juice? You mean pineapple juice is nasty? Oh, look at you. You are very wicked. You like water. Well, how wicked could you be? Water is the source of life. You are drinking water, really depriving people of life. Like, arguments which don't make sense, and people are creating ideas and ideologies of things that do not exist. Because I created another Twitter account to be able to go back onto Twitter, but the zeal and the passion I had then was not there. And I was also more interested in other apps, mainly Instagram and all of that. But that's not to say that other apps don't have these same people on there, but it's less compared to Twitter, okay? And on Instagram, we have people who come with fake pages and all of that. And Chrissy Teigen's tweet, she was talking about the fact that it was just small punches here and there, and she has taken it over the years. Because she's known as like the clap back queen. She claps back to everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, how high you are politically or lowly, she's going to tell you her peace of mind. So the thing is, just little you may not pay attention to it, but it's going to be over a long period of time, and by the time you realize you are bruised so bad, and you'll be like, when did all this happen? But it's been accumulating for a very long time. We are now realizing it. So I don't blame them for wanting to take a break. If they come back, fine. If they choose not to come back, fine. If they choose to dwell more on other apps, social media apps, is fine. But the thing about social media in terms of Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Viber, WhatsApp, and even in our working environment, we still have social media via Teams, Zooms, but it's on a more professional level, obviously, than the non-work related ones, okay? And it's giving people a false sense of importance. Like, people associate their importance to the number of likes, the number of comments they have on a post, and they get depressed and all of that. I remember there was a time Instagram said they were going to run out a program where you would not be able to see the number of likes on your post. I don't know how far with it, but it actually makes sense. But also then again, people also use these things to advertise. So then there's two sides of the coin, depending on how you look at it. Social media, this can actually be a good topic for a debate. Like, it's a two-sided coin. There's so many disadvantages and there's so many advantages as well. So you just have to find your balance. I remember not so long ago, each time I go out, I take a photo. I'm just in a hurry to post it on social media, like in a hurry, like for what? Seeking validation from strangers or people, and they may think a certain way about you, which may not even be so from your pictures. They don't even get a more in-depth knowledge of you, but they may just judge you based on your picture. So it got to a time after that, like, I can take a picture today, I even forget I took the picture, and I may just post it next month, next 2 weeks, like, I don't need that kind of validation. I also want to live my life in my own pace and not give people pressure also, because some people may also see your pictures and they're like, oh my gosh, she looks happy, she's this. But you may not know, I may have cried before I took the picture. I may have been depressed the week preceding the picture, but I just picked myself up and then went to take a nice banging photo and be like, oh, everything is perfect. But you never know, maybe I may not even be having money in my account. I may not have eaten in that day, and then people are just focusing on the number of likes, and somebody can be like, oh my god, it's been 10 hours, I have just 4 likes on my photos. I don't like it. Like, your life is worth more than likes on a picture, what about those who don't have any social media? Because there are so many people in my generation, in my age group, younger, older, who don't have social media. Are you going to also say that then they are dead or they don't exist at all since they don't exist on social media? No, it's just about choice. So it's very important you don't fall into the social media trap, okay? Sometimes I find myself not being very social, and I also don't blame myself so much because the environment we find ourselves in, the lockdown situations, as I've previously mentioned in my previous videos, that we're having a curfew, lockdown like situation in Hungary. And if you're a naturally introverted person who does not like to talk so much, you may end up in this social media trap, just hopping from one app, from Facebook to Instagram, from IG to, and you may not do anything, you may really not do anything useful with your life, and you may realize that you are actually cutting yourself away from society. And that's one of the traps of social media. And aside the fact that it gives you a false sense of valid, or it makes you seek validation from strangers who really don't care about you, they just double tap, or like, and they forget about you in the spur of the moment. Like me too, I see some people's pictures, I'm like, oh, nice couple, I double tap, it's done. And like, I think also social media is giving people, it's making people less emotional, or attaching very less feelings to things, especially when you go on blogs. I don't blame them, but for example, sometimes you'll be scrolling on a blog and then you see maybe a picture of somebody in an argument with the police. Okay, then you see the comments, people are commenting like angry with what the police is doing, what is happening, blah blah blah. And then the next post is like an advert advertising a body cream. So immediately you switch to that, like, you've moved into a different dimension. You've totally forgotten about the police thing. You're now on, right next under the police post is somebody advertising the body cream. And then right next after that can be a proposal video. Right next after that can be a president giving a speech. So then it gives, it's sort of like, it disconnects you from reality, okay? Because by flipping through apps, by flipping through pages, you are just in different dimensions all the time. And it can disconnect you from very important issues in life, okay? And I think that's one thing that's happening with the youth as well, because I've read stories of people not so long ago, in the past 30 years, in the past 40 years, fought greatly for independence, fought greatly for democracy, and they were in their 30s, okay? They were in their early 30s, late 30s, but now we have a generation of people in their late 30s, late 20s, early 30s, and all they can do is to just sit on social media and argue, sit on social media and be begging people for giveaway, sit on social media and be arguing, when not so long ago, these same people who are complaining about those in power were doing things to bring about the necessary changes. I understand that the youth, we are doing so many things to bring about changes and all of that, but also social media causes a disconnect, okay? Like, you see something very terrifying in the post, the next post is a total disconnect, maybe an advertisement somewhere, the next post is something unrelated. So with a flip, you're able to just flip through things, and that is actually not reality. It just exists on your phone. So it's important to be able to focus on one thing and try to bring meaning to it, you understand. And I also noticed that social media, some of these apps also are reducing our concentration span. Like, it's very difficult to concentrate on one thing because you're in a hurry to flip through things. Even it happens to me sometimes. I see a video, which is, I look on IG, you know, IG has this 1 minute thing. When you have a 1 minute video, it appears normally, but when it's longer than 1 minute, it appears as an IGTV video, and then you have to click further and then watch to the end. So sometimes I may be on IG, I see a 1 minute video, I'm like, okay, I can watch it, blah blah blah. But once I see it's more than 1 minute, and then I see the sign there, and then I look at the number of minutes, I'm like, okay, this is 1 minute 30 minutes, I can watch it. But maybe maybe like 3 minutes, I'm like, it's too long, I'm not watching it. Then I move to the next one, okay? So these are also some of the disconnects on social media. And the next thing has to be with trolls and fake accounts. People may also hide under fake accounts, come and troll you. Usually as a celebrity, when you're in public space, you put your life basically out there. And so you invite people who, under normal circumstances, will not be able to stand before you to even say good morning. They will not be able to do that, but now because of social media and fake accounts, they can come and bully you, insult you, say what they think you should do, say what they think you should look like, when under normal circumstances, they're going to just shiver if they should stand in front of you. So it gives people a false sense of power, a false sense of validation, and a false sense of importance, both sides, the receiver and then the giver. But then again, social media has its own advantages, and it's important for you to find that balance and work within it. People are making money on social media via advertisement, selling online, and all the good stuff that happens on social media. But then again, there are people also hiding as trolls, saying things, demoralizing people, insulting people, being outright rude to people, and propagating false narratives about people they may have never met just because they want traffic to their pages. You understand? Somebody can just sit up and create a lie and say, oh, Gabby's own has stolen a goat. Meanwhile, I have not stolen a gold. Then people will come under my page, for an example, and come and be insulting me, saying things about me, and people will also be fabricating their stories under my post. And I'm like, do you even know me? You see, people are not even able to get to know people better, but because of things they are hearing and how cheap it is to go on social media, you can just have one CD, you can buy some data, just come and insult somebody and go. It's so cheap nowadays to get access to people. In the past, before you see a celebrity, maybe to be on TV or in a movie somewhere, but now just on your phone, you can even comment on the celebrities' posts, make sell opinions, and even people can even be like, I don't like what you're wearing, I don't like how you're doing this. Like in the past, in the not so far past, just this immediate past, you couldn't do that. The only place you see them would be on television, and you watch them and you can't leave a comment anywhere except maybe on a radio program or a TV show, and then there's a call in. You see, but now things are very accessible. This is not to dispute the fact that social media has its advantages, but that's not the main focus of this video. I'm just trying to talk about the psychological effects social media can have on people, these apps, these violent people on the apps. Like, you wonder where they are from. Meanwhile, they're the same people we mingle with in society, but they're not like that physically. But on social media, it's like they get some black wings and horns, and they think they can propagate all sorts of evil on social media. But then again, I hope you enjoyed this quick video. I hope you like it. Kindly leave a comment, like, share. If you have any submissions, kindly leave it in the comment section below, and make sure to watch all my other videos. Until then, bye for now.